All right, this is Brooke Drum with Printerbot.com, and I've got a couple of employees here, and they told me what they were doing, and I gotta say that when I hired you guys, when I was interviewing you guys, I was like, are you makers? And they mentioned that they're making Ghostbuster packs. I gotta admit, it was all over at that point. I hired them. So anyway, but we don't really deserve any credit for these packs, but I think they're cool. These guys are cool. They're makers. They're high school kids. Well, and you just graduated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how old are you?
18.
And this is Tucker.
I'm Alex, also 18.
So Alex and Tucker. So they help here at Printerbot. It's one of the few guys that we've hired. When I asked, do you own a 3D printer? They said yes. So that's very cool. So anyway, I want to see these outfits. So just take me through. Why in the world are you doing this?
So last year at Halloween, we were like, what should we do? Because like we were turning 18. It's like, or we were 18 at the time, and we were like, what are we gonna do for our last Halloween? And Alex and I were like, we should make Ghostbusters costumes.
Now I'm old enough to have seen this movie. Is it the new release of the movie, or is your dad my age and you've seen it before?
I've seen it all before, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
All right, so how closely did you match the costume on screen? Like if I go put you next to the TV characters, how close is this as far as accuracy? Turn around and let me see the back.
It's very close. You'd be hard pressed to find a lot of big differences between the screen used and our stuff.
Whoa, they light up too? All right, we'll
dope.
put these on the bench here in a second, but just let me ask you a couple questions. So did you realize what you were getting into? Because this is a complicated project, right?
There are a lot of details that appear when you're really paying attention to what was on screen that you would have never noticed if you hadn't like looked at screenshots from the movie or went to fan sites and they break it all down and they say this is how many hundreds of dollars it'll cost to build it just as used.
Like this thing. This thing is called the Gizmo, and no one knows about it.
What do you mean?
Well, no one pays attention to it. Like if you were to ask someone to draw a Ghostbuster, they wouldn't draw this.
But you are uber nerds, and you researched what this thing was. Have you seen like pictures of the movie props? Or what?
Yeah.
They're destroyed.
Okay, well we got to get these on the things, but just give me a slow turn around one more time so they can see the detail, and then we'll look at them on the bench here. Now, has this got you into any parties or anything?
One.
Yeah.
Tell me about the party you went to.
We went to a nightclub in San Francisco called Public Works with the Bay Area Ghostbusters. They have a lot.
It's a Bay Area Ghostbusters?
Yeah, we met them at the new movie premiere.
I'm not making fun. I'm totally making fun. But it's hilarious. It's awesome, but it's hilarious. Okay, so there's a group. Are you members?
We're going to be members.
Okay. They invited you, so that's a good start.
They're a bunch of very cool, very passionate people, very friendly.
What was the event? Are you busting ghosts?
Bill Murray art show.
Say it again?
It was a Bill Murray art show.
Okay,
so it was
that's
just
pretty cool.
art themed around Bill Murray and all of his movies that he's been in.
Okay.
It was very cool.
Well, that's cool. So, and I guess if you show up at Halloween in this, there is no one with a better Ghostbusters rig.
Unless you're with the Bay Area Ghostbusters.
Yeah, unless.
Were there guys there with better ones?
Oh, they were
a lot of pack
amazing.
envy. A lot of pack envy.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's get it down here on the table. You take those off. You can take the outfits off if you're hot.
Oh,
and let's look at them on the table. Just point out some features because I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Can we turn it on one more time? Because I want to hear that. It made some noise.
So here we go.
Okay, cool. So show me, like, what did you have to do and what are you using in here?
So, what I did is I went through and I found some pictures of each individual part, and then I went through and modeled them on SolidWorks. And I made sure to make an assembly on program to make sure everything fit and all that.
So you're saying you designed the whole thing in 3D?
Yeah.
Everything? Okay, so these are hollow pieces. What is 3D printed on here?
Pretty much everything.
Everything?
Yeah, except for like that.
There's
some various hardware pieces.
It looks like you're using like some Army surplus backpack things. So everything else, and there's like some fiberboard there. Everything else is 3D printed?
So the back piece, which is called the motherboard, is aluminum.
Okay.
And this is an Alice pack frame, which I got from military surplus. Pretty sure it's made of aluminum.
Okay. But all of this other stuff is 3D printed?
Yeah.
Do I dare ask what printer you used? If it's not PrinterBot, don't answer.
It's the PrinterBot Plus.
Now you had a cheap Chinese printer before this. Did you print some of these parts on that?
The last pack that we made, we printed parts on it, but
But this is really all off the Plus. Don't lie to me now.
Not.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty dang cool. How many times did you have to like put 4 pieces together because it wasn't big enough?
Just this.
That is awesome.
well, this is 3.
Yeah.
Um,
So you bonded them
that's
together. How did you weld them together?
it's wood filler is one of the simplest ways to go. You can also use Bondo.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more involved, and then you can sand it down, and then primer filler really helps because that smooths the cracks down even more.
Jeez, man. How many hours does this represent?
Many?
In printing or?
Like, take a guess, a total, from start to today.
It took me about 4 weeks of working on it pretty much every day to build it up completely.
Like, for a couple hours or for like 8 hours?
Probably between 1 to 6 every day.
From 0 to 24, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
All right, so that's awesome, guys. How many Arduinos are in here?
I just have one.
One Arduino, and you just bought all these LEDs and they're all powered through that one Arduino?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the sound?
That's through a microcontroller called the Adafruit soundboard.
Ah, nice. So you got sound, any other electronics in here?
Nope, I don't think so.
And
Oh,
what-
well, there's speakers, but that's about it.
Okay, so you got some speakers. And yours is a little different? Did he?
It's a lot simpler, less
So,
work.
yeah, but tell me how you did it.
Similar in Arduino, and then just the lights wired up on a breadboard, and then the leads come down into here.
Okay, so you've got, and you mentioned a 9-volt battery?
Yeah, just one 9-volt battery.
That's cool.
Not
So-
the best solution.
Well, that's okay, but it works.
Yeah.
And it's simpler. I gotta be honest, I'd probably go your route because I don't have the smarts to like do all that other crap. I'd get Nick to help me with that. But anyway, I love these guys. You've been talking about them for a while, and I had to see them. I have to admit, these are better than I thought they'd be. Seriously, I thought they were gonna be lame. They're not lame at all. These are really cool. Now, I gotta ask you a couple hard questions. Are they for sale?
Yeah.
How much?
I have it listed on eBay right now for $2,000, but
$2,000.
yeah, they've sold for more. They've gone for like 5,000 before.
Oh my
Not
gosh.
mine, but others.
I had no idea that was even a market. Are you trying to make a business out of this, or is it just you want to build another one?
Yeah, I want to build another one.
More like build them up, learn more things about finishing, putting things together, electronics, and then sell it, use that money to fund the next one that'll be nicer and better.
That is awesome. Yeah, so you're funding your habit.
Exactly.
That is cool, guys. So the next one, even better, huh?
Of course.
Ugh. Do you think those guys that you said you had some tech envy at the party?
Yeah.
Is there a gold standard for, like, when are you done?
That's a good question. When you can't tell a difference between 3D printed parts and fiberglass shell parts.
Okay. So right now some guys are making fiberglass.
Yeah.
All right, man. So are you, do you keep this a secret? Because I could think a girl your age, there's one type of girl that would think this is really cool, and there's everyone else in the world that might think this is totally nerdy or geeky. Does it bother you?
Not really.
Well, those that mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
I have no idea what that means. I'm just curious because this is like one of those secrets. Like if I had people over for dinner, I'd have to gauge like what kind of person that is before I show them the totally geeky thing that I spent 800 hours on.
Do I bring out the Proton pad?
But dude,
Probably not cool
hey,
enough.
one thing is true though. Here at PrinterBot, bring your nerd, man, because this is cool here. I love it. So good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. And are the files going to be? What do you think about files? If you're selling them, does anybody share files of this stuff?
Yes, on Thingiverse,
Okay.
there are files for pretty much the entire thing, from the DXF file for laser cutting or water jetting the motherboard to the handle.
So you did use the Thingiverse files.
He made a lot of the files.
Okay.
I think he used Thingiverse files for this,
Yeah.
but I think that's about
Just
it as
this.
far as
Oh,
that
okay.
goes.
So I really recommend you share the files back, man.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not trying to make a business out of it.
Mhm.
Share the files and show people how you did the Arduino stuff, man. Because that'd save a lot of time.
Oh, definitely. It took me a long time because this is the first project I've ever used an Arduino on.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I had
Sweet.
to learn how to code it.
Now, I saw you guys using the water jet. Are you, the next version, are you water jetting some parts here for it?
I'll probably just do the motherboard.
So the back plate?
Mhm.
Okay. But that's got to save a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely.
So everybody that has a water jet can use those files. You should share
Exactly.
those. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot. Great job. These are sweet.
Thank you very much.